Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
All of America, it seems, was rooting for Rebecca Gregory. She lost a leg in the Boston Marathon bombings, but then went on to marry her boyfriend, who was also injured in the attack. But just months after they said their I do's, the marriage is falling apart, and Rebecca says her heart is beyond broken.
She's the woman who suffered grievous injuries in the Boston Marathon bombing. Rebecca Gregory endured numerous surgeries and the amputation of her left leg with a brave smile, inspiring the nation.
For richer or poor.
1 year after the bombings, we celebrated as she walked down the aisle with the man she called the love of her life, 29-year-old Pete DiMartino. He also was injured in the bombing.
I love this man so much.
The wedding was lavish. The bride and groom, the very picture of happiness and hope in the face of terrible tragedy. Now, just 10 months after that fairy tale ceremony, the marriage is over. Rebecca made the bombshell announcement today, calling her decision to separate from her husband even more painful than when she had her leg amputated. I've come to realize that going through such a horrific event together put a fast forward on our relationship that we each handled differently. So what happened? Inside Edition obtained a copy of an anonymous note Rebecca received last November claiming that her husband was being unfaithful. He has been cheating on you since you met him, and he is still cheating now. Make the best decision. Leave before he causes more damage. DiMartino did not respond to our phone calls for comment. On his Twitter page, he writes, "Even on dark days, there's a light up ahead." Relationship expert Dr. Robi Ludwig.
Traumatic events can either bring a couple closer together because they've shared a unique, intimate experience, or it can break them apart because a different skill set is really needed when you go through a traumatic experience. And two people really need to be emotionally available to one another.
Rebecca's putting on a brave face and intends to fulfill her announced plans to run the Boston Marathon in April. Yesterday, she showed off her new running blade on Facebook. We're pretty sure this brave young woman can handle anything life throws at her.
Rebecca does have a 7-year-old boy from a previous relationship.